The town was featured in a Radio Shack national television commercial in 2008. In 2010, the town museum was involved in a Coca-Cola Christmas project called Santa's Forgotten Letters.
This is all so fucking tacky.
This is crazy. They're just like, we're going to lean into this so hard.
They were like, this is our identity. Yeah. This is who we are.
This is us. Every fucking December, they all get just like collective
It's the
bonus.
fucking, it's the like Whoville. They all like get out there and sing Fahu Dore.
Yeah. Fahu Dore.
That'd be horrifying.
Fucking terrifying.
If you like rolled into a town and
you
people
like
were
hold hands
doing
around the 22-foot Santa statue and it comes alive.
It starts lighting up and then like starts moving and like talking to them. It's
and
like
then
some
they bring
Wicker
like
Man
one
shit.
newborn to like
it just eats. And that's like what sustains them.
Yeah.
It brings the harvest to the next year.
Everyone, welcome to episode number 87 of the Lunchtime Serenade podcast. I'm Nick, this is Brian, and we've got some breakfast burritos today. I mean,
we just went classic LA.
Come on.
Here's the thing about just Mexican food as a whole. Mm-hmm. You could just take any form of food, throw it in a tortilla, and it's good.
Yeah.
Especially when you like build it entirely of breakfast materials.
That is a fact.
So
I will eat breakfast any time of day, ever.
That's got some heft.
Yeah, it's hefty.
So where are we eating today, Nick?
This is from a place called...
That we think is a place.
Yeah, I think it's a ghost. You know, the brand, it's just like... It's really like flashy branding, and it looks really good, and the product photos are great, but that makes me think Ghost Kitchen. I don't know what it is about it that makes me think Ghost Kitchen. But
I mean, it's a valid thing to think based off of that.
Yeah.
I mean, think about just like the Mr. Beast branding. Granted, Mr. Beast has a lot of money, but
right.
All right. So
let's see. What is it called? It is called.
We did a whole lot of thinking for this episode.
We did. Where did we see your orders? How do you see your orders? Oh, orders.
Dude, I don't know how fucking Uber Eats works.
Daydream Breakfast Burritos.
So that's what we're eating today, baby.
That's what we're eating today. Daydream
Breakfast Burritos. I think it's a ghost
burritos.
Kitchen, so we don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know where exactly it's from. It might say it on the
actual
thing, but whatever. Okay, I got the spicy steak breakfast burrito with American cheese,
and I got myself a brisket breakfast burrito with pepper jack cheese because I need a little bit of spice to it. It's gonna hurt me later. I know that.
Yeah.
Going in it should be good. Going out, probably
not. That's how it is with Mexican food. Okay, I gotta be honest. This salsa does not look good. The green does. The red
straight up just looks like it was bought.
Looks
from
like paste.
Yeah, it straight up looks like paste
or
paste
like
salsa. Ragu.
Yeah, ragu. Ooh.
It's a little watery.
It's a little watery, but let's see. I'll do a raw bite first.
Wrap job, not great.
Not great. It's they could have just put that on the griddle right here, right now. And,
yep.
All right.
Wait. First off,
cheers. All right, raw bite.
I'll tell you. Raw bite tastes pretty good. Mm-hmm. That does taste good.
It tastes great.
I don't know if you could hear that in the microphone.
It was squishy.
But yeah, it really squeaked as I just dug through it with my teeth.
It looks like it's nice and melted in there.
Yeah,
and
that's a pretty good cross section in there.
It's got a good spice to it. The jalapenos are nice and spicy. Okay. Yeah, I fuck with that actually.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah,
I think the brisket could have used a little bit more seasoning. I just don't know if I got a lot in those bites.
I don't think I got a lot of steak in those bites either. But they got the spice part down. Holy fucking
I also
shit.
put fucking spicy mayo in this too.
Oh, nice.
Great call. It's got a good taste. I think it's a little too homogenous in its taste. Mm-hmm. Everything just kind of tastes the same. It's a little bit more of texture all the way through.
Yeah.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing, especially when it comes to traditional breakfast fare, you know? Because at the end of the day, all you need is just some salt on it all. And that's what makes it.
Right.
I'm going to be dangerous and try out this red salsa
Okay,
first.
Try the paste. Let's try the paste.
Let's try out
Give it a little
store-bought red salsa. All right, here we go.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, that's store-bought.
Paste, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
100% that is just paste.
Huh.
Upsetting.
Yeah. But the green, there's still hope for the green.
There is still hope for the greens.
Let's try that real quick.
It also looks a little store-bought, but
yeah,
I can see the little chili seeds in there.
Yeah. So that's promising. Slightly.
Very, not viscous, very liquidy.
Yeah. All right.
It does taste way better
It does
than the
taste better.
paste. But definitely also still store-bought.
I would say the biggest issue I have with it, it's not bad by any means. But the issue I do have with it is it just tastes like a stock breakfast burrito. It just tastes like these are things that we had in the kitchen, and we're just going to throw them in a burrito, not really prepare them separately in their own ways. And it's just like, let's just kind of toss these things in there. They don't, I mean, they go together. They taste fine. But it's not like we're creating like a flavor with these materials. It's just like, there you go.
Something I will say that I appreciate, though, is that there is like egg kind of wrapped around it, like in the tortilla. So it kind of like meets you all the way up to top and bottom. Now I am starting to get to the brisket like in the dead center.
Same.
So like it's not spread as much as I would hope. But I do appreciate that every bite kind of feels equal to the last. You know? Like now that I'm getting to the meat, it'll be a little different, but I think the consistency of the burrito is something to be kind of marveled at. Oh my God, is that avocado? Oh shit, I've got avocado in
do?
here. Yeah.
The fuck?
I think so.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, at least in my burrito, everything has its own place. So it's like all the tater tots are right here, all the meat was right here, all the eggs were up here, and all the jalapenos were with the eggs. So
yeah, I will say, I want to try this brisket by itself though.
Yeah,
come here.
Good call. How is it?
It's not bad.
Okay.
It's got the right texture to it. I feel like brisket, people have a tendency to like overcook it so it becomes chewy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like stuck to my teeth now.
Love that.
You just get to watch that for a little bit. But no, I mean it tastes pretty good. I mean, I'd probably sit this at like a 6.5.
I was gonna say this is like in the 6s for me.
Yeah, because it's like it tastes good. Again, the bite is consistent, and I appreciate that. But it is just kind of one note flavor wise.
I could use some more textures throughout. Some like more crisp from the potatoes or like tater tots, and like, you know, maybe even like a little browning on the meat itself and the tortilla.
Yeah, the tater tots just kind of got mushed in there. So, because I feel like we didn't quickly cover everything that was in the burritos. So it's egg, onions. I've got a little bit of avocado, which I was kind of surprised
surprising. I don't.
I have spicy mayo in mine, tater tots, then brisket, then egg.
I have the same thing, sans spicy mayo and brisket, and that is replaced with jalapenos and carne asada. So
I will say it is a little wet too, which I'm not mad about because I feel like it actually like kind of holds it together a little bit. I'm getting a little drippage.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing when it comes to a burrito, absolutely.
No. Yeah.
But it's just kind of one note. I think it's like overall could have used a little bit more salt. And dude, I really wish that this salsa.
Brian.
I'm having such a goddamn day to do.
Before we turned on the camera, he was trying to get, like, they packaged the coffee with saran wrap for some reason.
The paper towel's still out here.
Oh, I got you.
Thanks, man.
Just tell him.
So, right before we started recording, I also ordered a latte because I can't eat a breakfast burrito without coffee. I feel like that's not like a traditional thing. Thank you, sir.
I'm just gonna keep these here.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Dude, I just washed these pants too. Literally pulled them out of the dryer this morning.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
It's fine. Everything's fine. I'll just wash them again. But they had saran wrapped the entire cup of coffee and then put the lid on top of it. So the lid, like the opening on the top where they pour the coffee in, was covered with saran wrap. So I was like trying to very piecemeal take it off and like be very gentle and delicate with it. And it popped all over the place. Little hole came out, tilted, dropped it all over the floor. And now I'm dropping salsa all over myself. God, it is a day. That is for sure.
That's all right. You know,
but we're getting there. So yeah, 6.5 overall on the burrito.
I would agree with that.
Could benefit from a little more salt.
And the thing is, it would be an easy 8 with like minor tweaks, you know? Like just like they don't have to overhaul this entire thing. It's truly minor tweaks that would take it up a whole like 1.5.
Yeah, because I think, dude, oh my God. Yeah, now that I'm getting down to here, that's where all the brisket is. So the brisket was just not in like this top quarter. It was all down here, which is fine. I mean, I feel like the problem with a burrito is that when you wrap it, when you throw everything in the center of it and then you wrap it, you're kind of always stuck with like a slug of your protein in the center, and then just like kind of covered by everything else.
It's just how the gravity works.
Yeah, it's just how it is. So like you can't really knock them on that, especially given like how much is in there. Like look at that.
It is full.
It is quite a bit. But yeah, I mean, I think it just needs a little bit more salt.
Yeah.
Salsa could use just a little bit of panache, a little bit of homemadeness to it.
Agreed.
And this would be an easy 8.5, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think it's a great start. I feel like I'm a fucking like chopped judge
I
right
know,
now.
right?
Yeah.
A great start. Maybe put a little bit more panache on there. Ooh. Oh, that's a chunk of brisket, bro.
Yeah, dude, it was just all down here.
Damn.
All right, I'll be honest with you. I think
Bump
this
it up a
ranges
little
it
bit.
up to like a 6.75.
Really?
Like now that I'm actually getting like the
substance,
full brisket,
yeah.
that's where the salt is.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Feels a little better. If it was mixed around a little bit more, I'll put it at 6.75.
That's respectable for sure. It really is. Okay. All right. Good.
No,
Well, I'm glad it improved, bro. That is avocado. Is that?
That's like a whole slice
avocado.
of avocado. Damn. All right. Well,
Fair enough. They won.
I didn't
his
add it, but
approval.
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. What's going on? What's been going on this week for you? How you Oh my god! I just remembered I didn't upload the last pod. Oh no, I uploaded it,
you
but
did.
I didn't edit it though.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Oops.
on. Yeah, I uploaded it to YouTube. So
Okay.
well,
I'll do that later.
hey, you might get 2 episodes this week, baby.
Sorry.
That is a-okay. But not a whole lot, man. I've just been noodling around in the edit for the short.
Nice.
Not trying to like kind of kill myself to get it done,
Yeah.
but still putting in some effort.
Nice.
Had a couple of big records for work.
Hell
so
yeah.
I've just been listening to hours of people talking into a microphone.
Love that.
Great time, let me tell
yeah.
you. I saw the Friends and Family screening for Puss in Boots yesterday.
Was it good?
Dude,
I mean, I saw both yours and Megan's stories were like, this is fucking awesome.
like genuinely a banger.
Really?
Like very good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like it moves along super quickly. The art style is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie had been kind of in development and production for a very long time.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I'd seen something about it a long time ago.
Yeah. Like they kind of like shifted around and kind of like put it on the back burner for a little bit, then brought it back and retooled it a lot. And so a lot of the action sequences are actually heavily inspired by Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, cool.
So the action sequences are very cool.
Fuck yeah.
Like looks really great. Like DreamWorks is really trying to kind of like redo their overall like look and their style. So they're kind of going more for this kind of like almost watercolor-y like painting look.
Right.
They kind of did that with Bad Guys, but this one, like Puss in Boots, really kind of like nailed that home. And dude, I don't know what the fuck they feed Antonio Banderas, but that dude is so fucking good.
Yeah?
He is such a good voice actor.
Oh my God,
And I'm
that's
always
so
just
sick.
like, you know, a lot of times like acting, like being a good actor doesn't necessarily translate to being a good voice actor. You know,
Right.
like it's,
Oh, for
it's
sure.
two completely different
Yeah,
skill sets.
absolutely.
And dude, he just fucking nails it. He's so
sick.
good, and his voice is just, God, I want that guy to like narrate my life.
Yeah.
It's so, and like, it's kind of nice too because they kind of like drift in and out of Spanish a lot, and they don't subtitle it.
Oh, nice.
Because it's just part of the
Yeah,
character,
it's just
part of
the
the world.
character, yeah.
And I love that. I think Salma
That's cool.
Hayek did a great job. Florence Pugh plays Goldilocks.
Really?
Yeah. John Mulaney
yeah.
is the like
What?
main enemy.
Yo!
Yeah, dude, it's pretty great.
I want to see that. When
Like,
does it come out? Like the 23rd or
I think-
something?
yeah, it's like somewhere around Christmas.
Okay.
It was originally supposed to come out in like November, but they were
really?
like, let's make
push.
it, let's put it around Christmas time.
What happens when, like, what's the, I mean, because obviously do they start marketing it? They market it for a November release, and then what do? They just discreetly change everything to December?
A little bit, yeah.
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 Okay.
You just kind of like change the format and stuff like that. There's a lot of cool integrations coming out with it. They did one with The Voice.
Oh,
So
right.
like Puss has like, because they're like a legend in his own right, and he turns around and he like kidnapped John Legend and like tied him
that's so
backstage
funny.
and like took his chair. So that's really fun. They did an integration. I don't know if it's released yet, but I'm just gonna say it. They did one with Hot Ones.
Oh, really?
So it's like Puss doing an interview
with Sean Evans.
with Sean Evans, and
that's
so like
funny.
he freaks out and like gets like milk and everything, so
Yeah.
he's like licking it like a cat. But dude, the voice acting is so good. It's a lot of like, one of the guys is from like What We Do in the Shadows. He's like the human familiar that they like kidnap.
Yeah. Guillermo.
Yeah. So that guy, he does the voice of my favorite character in the movie is Perro. Perrito. He's a little like Chihuahua, but has like a very like depressing backstory.
Oh my god.
But he's like really like happy and everything like that, and is like wants to be a therapy dog. That's like his goal in life. And it's just so great. Salma Hayek is also really good. All the voice acting is great. There's like one enemy that like keeps showing up that's not like, that isn't like the big bad of the immediate story, but more of like something directly related to Puss's story. And it's,
dude, I'm stoked.
It looks incredible.
Really?
It's so well done. It really just moves along. Like I really didn't feel like we were lagging at any point. And when like it did slow down, it was very much here we're explaining stuff to you for a little bit, but it still kept moving. And I was like, man, they nailed it with this. Yeah.
Sick. I'm so excited.
You'll enjoy it. You really will. It's very much deserving of all of those like really high scores. Like IGN gave it a 9.6.
Really?
Yeah. It had like a 98 or like a 92 on Rotten Tomatoes for a little bit.
Oh my god, bro.
People were like, I think it was the IGN review. They were like, this is DreamWorks' answer to Logan.
Oh my god.
And I was like,
what the fuck?
Did we watch the same movie
that came out like 10 years ago? That's so funny.
But yeah, dude, really good.
Okay.
I'm not tooting the company that I work for's horn, but it's pretty fucking good. It's pretty good.
I love animated. I mean, like you can do so much more with animation than you can with, well, obviously, but like it's just like it's more believable in an animated story than it's just like, I don't know. I'm not articulating this well. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, I think I get what you're saying.
Within the realm, like pretty much anything goes in animation. You're like, okay, yeah, this is cool. But then, like, if something were to happen like that in like a live action film or whatever, it's either just gratuitous CGI or it's like, it's tough to believe something too far out of the realm of possibility when you're looking at real humans versus like animated humans.
You truly get to make your own rules from the ground up rather than having to conform to like the rules of like
the universe
normal
that you
physics.
Understand. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so it's
a good way to put it.
And I think that's kind of like the beauty of it, and that's I've really like grown to have a much higher appreciation of it. And I've always loved like 2D animation and 3D animation. I was always kind of like, it's cool, but it's not really what I want to see. Yeah. But I think now like being able to see like what goes into it, like from like firsthand experience, I'm like, this shit is amazing. It's crazy that we can just do this. Yeah. It's absolutely wild. And it's just lovely because I think you get, it opens up the world. It opens up a lot more avenues for different stories to be told. And I think that's kind of lovely of like seeing more like, the one problem I do have with it is that people always think of it as children's content. Sure. If it's animated, it's for children. For children. Yeah. And that's kind of like an issue that I've always had with it, where it's just like, no, like it's just animated. Yeah. It's still just a story. Like yes, the marketing,
just a different style.
Exactly. And I think like one of the other biggest things that I have like a gripe with too is when people are like, okay, well, all of this now needs to be like dumbed down so that we can explain it to kids. And it's like, kids are much smarter than you give them credit for. Like you can present them with a complex topic and a complex like plot point and like thought process and they will understand it. Yeah. You just give it to them in an avenue that is more accessible to them, which is typically animation. And that's why I think like in like the early 2000s we saw kind of like, or the early 10s, excuse me, of like, when Adventure Time and Regular Show were kind of coming into their own and everything. I think that kind of like aged up cartoons and animation a little bit, like that era, because kids started to understand it a little more. Adults started watching animation a little bit more, right? And not even like adult animation, like Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, and stuff like that. Like they were watching cartoons, because like you can still put in a lot in there, and it's beautiful, dude. God,
that's so sick. All right, I'm really excited for that now. Hell yeah. Dude, I got rid of my AMC subscription.
No way.
It's too far away. I got the Regal one, though.
Oh, okay. There's a Regal near here?
There's a Regal. It's at the Galleria.
It's the old ArcLight.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
It's so much closer. It's so much easier than driving all the way to Universal, which isn't really that far, but like it was so much closer in my old spot when I was, 4 miles closer.
Oh, absolutely.
I could walk there essentially. Can't really do that now. But
and if you're in like the old ArcLight, like that theater's incredible. Yeah. So
So I'm stoked for that. I haven't been to a movie yet, but I'm like, I'm not going to pay $25 for something I'm not going to go to. But this one I definitely will because it's so close. And it's the same thing. So like, it's actually, I don't know. I was looking at the differences. I still think the AMC one is a little bit of a better deal. Like overall, because it's about the same price, about like $24. But so the upside with the Regal is that it's truly unlimited. It's not just like 3 movies a week. You can see as many shows as you want forever. Like,
that's dope.
You know, you could see 2 a day if you wanted to. Wow. But the downside is that every time you book a ticket online, you pay a 50-cent convenience fee. So, you know, if you're seeing a shitload of movies, I mean, like, sure, it's a pretty negligible amount, but like, it kind of, you know, why not include that in the price? Make it like $2 more expensive or something. You know, I don't want to. It's just extra fees that it's just kind of annoying.
Is there a thing where they have to specify that this is a service fee, like that they have to itemize it out differently? Because so they don't include it in the price because like they're legally obligated to tell you that it is a service fee.
It's possible.
Okay.
I'm sure there's lots of laws and regulations around that shit that no one who doesn't know anything about it would not ever have any idea of. But
normal people like us.
Yeah, exactly. No, probably. I mean, it seems like, you know, either are probably comparable.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen. I hit the 3 movies a week limit like maybe once or twice over the past year. So it's not, you know, I'm not ever gonna truly use the unlimited movies.
Yeah.
But
the only time that I hit it is like if I was gone for an extended period of time and I'm like catching up on new releases. That's really the only time, and I think I've maybe done it once or twice. In total.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's fucking like we're like, you know, we have jobs and like shit going. It's like 3 movies a week is so much, bro. It's a lot. It's a lot of.
Dude. I'm lucky. Can I have another paper towel?
Absolutely. I'll give
Dude, I'm lucky if I get. Thanks, man. I am lucky if I get like 2 episodes of a TV show watched in a week.
Yeah.
Like, let alone seeing a movie.
Exactly.
And like Megan and I try to see, like, especially when there are new releases, to go see like a movie a week.
Yeah.
Usually like Saturday nights or something. We'll make it like a little date night or something. But dude, it's just hard.
It's fucking hard. I mean, leaving your house and going to do a thing like becomes increasingly more like you have to dedicate more thought and time to it as you get older, which sucks.
Well, and the other thing too, I think this is why it makes a lot more sense that you did the Regal thing, is that it's closer to you.
Yeah.
Like, it's truly born out of convenience.
It really is.
So, like,
100%.
Okay, in worst case, you end up moving somewhere where you're closer to an AMC. You just cancel that one and get the next one.
Exactly.
Whatever.
So, yeah, it's just like, I mean, I can't. That 4 extra miles, so like 8 miles round trip, I mean, that realistically adds, you know, 30 to 40 minutes to my round trip. So, like, that's just a lot.
Because driving in LA is fucking hard.
Exactly. So, and then also, since the City Walk was the closest one, you have to pay $5 every time you park at the City Walk.
Dude, I learned that I get free parking at the City Walk because I'm technically an NBC Universal employee.
Oh, no way.
So I can just take
nice. You just flash
the Frankenstein lot. Like, there's no like gate to it. You just drive up, tap it, boop, and I go in.
Oh shit.
So
damn, that's nice.
I learned
actually.
that. That was
great.
cool. Yeah, dude.
How did you learn that? Would they like tell you about it?
Well, because they gave us for Saturday because they rent out the AMC City Walk. Like nobody can go in
the
for
whole
those
thing.
2 times. Yeah. So like we go in, get our tickets, and then
that's where you went yesterday.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they're only playing like our movie in there, and I think they do it for like all Universal releases for like the people who worked on it. You know, it's the Friends and Family screening.
Yeah.
So like we walk in. All like 20 theaters are all playing Puss in Boots at the same time, and they just like give you tickets and you go in, sit down,
That's
watch
pretty
it.
sick, actually. What about the snacks? So you still have to pay for the snacks?
No. Free like medium popcorn and a drink.
Ooh,
yeah, dude.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's super nice.
Damn.
I will not lie, very nice.
Yeah, got some perks.
But they gave us like parking passes to let us park in like E.T., Jurassic, like all those other ones.
Right.
But someone was just like, yeah, we used to be able to just like park anywhere for free, and I was like, so can we park somewhere for free? And they're like, yeah, the Frankenstein lot you can like badge in, like if you don't want to
you don't want to pay that money.
Yeah. And I was like,
wow.
So I'm just gonna keep my badge in my car now and just hope for the best.
Yeah, in case you ever find yourself, dude, that's actually so sick.
So convenient.
Wow.
It's like it doesn't let you. Apparently, you used to be able to get like into Universal Studios for free, like with your badge.
Really?
But once like Universal acquired DreamWorks, they kind of like changed the rules.
Yeah.
So I get like 4 free passes a year that I can just.
Good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like that's basically. I mean, one ticket's like $120.
Yeah, I know.
So like, if you go more than once a year, it's better to buy like the little like silver pass that they have.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I could do this, and then plus it's also for like guests.
Right.
So I get like 4 free passes a year.
4 passes that you can use.
Exactly.
And when are you really going to go to Universal like more than twice?
Yeah.
Max.
Exactly.
You know?
It's usually Christmas time.
Yeah.
And like Horror Nights doesn't count.
Oh, it
You can't use the pass for it, which like
of course.
I get it's a special thing.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if someone comes into town and they're like, oh, what should we do? Like, okay, let's go to Universal or
ride
something.
some fucking rides, bro.
Yeah. And like the Nintendo World's going to be finished like next year-ish. So that's
Yeah.
probably like the one time I'll go next year.
I'm stoked about that,
I am
actually.
too. Like it actually looks kind of dope.
Yeah, it looks sick. I wonder if you guys would get like some kind of early access to that or something, because I know the second it opens, it's just going to be fucking hell.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like Star Wars was at Disneyland.
I remember seeing like reports of like all the lines being like 8 hours long, and I was like, people are willing to do that?
No, thank you, not me. No thanks.
Theme parks already like terrify me. Yeah. Like not from like the ride perspective. I love rides.
I get that. It's
but
just
like yeah, being surrounded by like
overwhelming.
yeah, dude, it's very much sensory overload all the time.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, and it's loud, and it's crowded, and it's just like oh my god.
But it is still like I always have a good time. I'm like anxious the whole time, but like the fun out levels the anxiety.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. I get it. I get it. Where did I just go? No, never mind. I'm not thinking of where I just went. I was just having a conversation with someone. Did you ever go to Holiday World? Did we talk about this? Have we talked about this?
I have never been there, but a very good friend of mine is from Santa Claus, Indiana.
Oh fuck yeah.
And he like worked at Holiday World for like 10 years. And he loves that place. He talks so fondly about it. Is it really?
I mean,
like, is it good?
No,
because I don't take his review at face value.
Yeah, no.
Love him to death, and you're right. I'm sure you had a great time, but like, you're a little biased.
There's heavy bias there.
Heavy bias.
It's magical in the sense where it's like, it's truly like you've never seen anything like it, because it's
like a fever
and
dream.
a lot of that has to do with the clientele, dude. So like it's half amusement park, half water park, and
which already sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it's in southern Indiana, and it's very southern Indiana. Like there's like, it's straight up like at the water park. I've been 3 times, I think.
Wow, that's actually a lot more than I would have expected.
I've been 3 times. I went once, like the first time my junior year, like with my friends, like towards the end of the year, my college roommates. And then I was like, this is fucking sick. So then we went again the next year, senior year. And then like I came back or something over the summer to like get the rest of my shit. And then I went again. So I did like 3 times.
Oh yeah. How close to Bloomington is
it's like
this place?
A little less than 2 hours, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad drive. But every single time, all 3 times I've been there, I have seen swastika tattoos at the water park.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it's
Holy
like
shit.
it's crazy, bro. Like it's very like scary.
You would think that these motherfuckers would at least like try to like cover it up a little bit.
You'd think, but
especially with children around.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I saw on 3 different people each time I went a swastika tattoo every time. Crazy shit. But it's so, dude. It's actually like, it's really interesting. So you walk in and the amusement park is divided into American holidays. So like you have 4th of July land, you have Thanksgiving World, you have
it's
Christmas
like,
land.
It sounds like an off-brand Kingdom Hearts
game.
It
totally does.
You're just going to a different world and everybody's like a turkey for some reason.
Exactly. And there's this one ride in the Thanksgiving world where you go and you stand in this line and it like kind of tells you the story as you're in line. And with animatronics, creepy ass fucking animatronics. There's this grandma sitting on a rocking chair. Right?
It sounds like this is mildly like not historically accurate.
Yeah, no, I really don't think it is.
Where's the smallpox? Come on.
Exactly. And she's like, we have to kill turkeys for Thanksgiving dinner. So you get in your little pod and it's like it's like the Buzz Lightyear ride, and you like shoot these fucking turkeys, bro. It's so sick. And then they have like the Mayflower voyage or whatever. Like it's actually crazy.
You get to watch all like 70% of the population of that boat die in transit.
Exactly. Yeah, it's historically accurate. It's dude, it's really like, it's just truly like, it does feel like a fever dream. Some of the rides are really fun actually. And it's never ever crowded, and free soda for everyone who goes in, free unlimited soda. It's just like, and we're
just gonna rile the fucking kids up, baby.
There's just soda machine. There's soda and sunscreen at every like little kiosk.
sunscreen.
Yeah, exactly. My insides feel nice. And
my root beer flavored sunscreen tastes amazing.
Make a root beer float but with sunscreen instead of ice cream.
It's really viscous.
Yeah, so
my insides are protected from the sun.
You just see like these kiosks with huge soda machines, and then right next to it, it's like a lotion bottle blown up like to the size of a human, and it's just sunscreen, and then you just dispense it into your hand and just. It's fucking gross, man. It's like really like
it's super freaky. Unsanitary.
It's freaky. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what they've been doing since COVID, because it was very not COVID safe. The whole operation.
It's Southern Indiana.
Yeah,
dude.
so
Indiana they already was not super COVID
didn't
compliant
care at all. Actually,
yeah.
But yeah, man, it was. I mean, you can do the whole park in like maybe 4 or 5 hours. There was never lines when I went there.
I wonder how that like stays afloat.
I have no idea.
Maybe there's like a private investor or something.
Maybe. I'm sure the cost is also pretty low to own and operate. I mean, like, you got to upkeep the rides and pay the staff, but like minimum wage is like $8 in Indiana, and like, so I'm sure it's minimal. I'm sure the costs far outweigh, or what they're making from it far outweigh what they have to spend. But it's really like. Not that I don't know if you'd ever get the chance to go there, but if you or if anyone ever gets the chance to be in Southern Indiana, in a little town called Santa Claus, Holiday World is a must see.
And if you go, please take a photo and tag us in it so that we can see that you actually went to it, because I don't believe people go to this place.
I don't know what else exists there. I mean, it's just like Holiday World. I don't know. Imagine being from Santa Claus, Indiana. That's actually crazy.
That'd be like an incredible thing to like. That's got to be like a fun. Like opening thing to like an interview.
Yeah.
Like you're going in there and they're like, all right, so tell us about yourself. And they're like, well, I was born and raised in a small town in Southern Indiana called Santa Claus. And they're like
what?
Okay, wait, can we circle back to that real quick? Just go back to the Santa Claus thing. Oh yeah, it's he's the big jolly red man who lives up in the North Pole, brings people. No, I get that, but there's a town called that. Yeah. Could you imagine if the town was like completely like themed like Santa Claus?
I wouldn't be surprised if there was just a gratuitous amount of Santa Claus there. Yeah, I would actually not surprise me in the slightest.
My buddy Nolan, please tell me if your hometown is just Santa Claus themed. Please, in the comments below.
Why? Who named the town? Was that where Santa was born?
And
then he moved to the North Pole?
It's like the land of Lincoln, but it's the land of Santa.
It's the land of Santa.
They get like special license plates that have like, instead of that superimposed image of Lincoln and like the Illinois license plates, just Santa Claus.
It's just Santa Claus.
Just completely corporatized.
I wonder. I mean, like, why? I'm gonna see if there's got to be like some kind of etymology or something behind it, right? Like, why was it named?
Well, there's like I know that there's like a town in like Nevada or something like that. There was like a game show, like way back in like the 70s or the 80s. I said way back. It's 40 years ago.
Way back.
But they I can't remember the name of the game show, but they were basically like, hey, if any town wants to rename the name of their town to the name of our game show, we'll give you X amount of money. Whoa. And this little town in Nevada did that.
Really?
And it's named after the game show, and they gave him like $50,000 or something like that.
Oh man, that's such a small town thing to do.
Right.
Okay. So it is 6 square miles, population of 2,500. Santa Claus is a town in southwestern Indiana. It's known for its Christmas theme. Santa Claus Museum and Village is home to the 1880 Santa Claus Church, Santa Claus Post Office, and a tall 1935 Santa Claus statue.
Dude, if that was made in 1935, that has to be scary as hell.
I know, right?
There's no way that's not terrifying.
The museum traces local history and the origin of the town's name. But what is the origin of the town's name? Okay, wait, maybe on Wikipedia.
Come with us on this deep dive into the history of Santa Claus, Indiana.
Let's see.
That's going to be the bumper for this episode.
The town was established in 1854 and was first known as Santa Fe. In 1856, when the town was working to establish a post office, the post office department refused their application as there was already a Santa Fe, Indiana. What? I thought they were going to say it was in New Mexico.
New Mexico definitely wasn't a state by then.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Established within the post office department. Several town meetings were held during which the name Santa Claus was selected.
Huh.
The town has the world's only post office to bear the name of the eponymous Christmas figure. Because of the popular name, the post office receives thousands of letters to Santa from all over the world each year.
Oh my god, that's actually kind of dope.
That is dope. A group of volunteers known as Santa's Elves ensures each child receives a reply from Santa Claus. This tradition has been in existence since at least 1914.
Oh, that's cute.
Every year, the post office also creates a special Christmas hand cancellation pictorial postmark for the use during December. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just hand cancellation.
They just fucking stamp it and they're like, fuck you.
The pictorial postmark is chosen each year, blah, 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 blah.
So were the people that named this town, like when they got together and they were like, we got to rename it, were they like the original shit posters?
They had to have been, right?
Like they had to know what they were doing, right? Like you don't just sit down and go, this whole town is named Santa Claus now without like knowing what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Let's see.
You don't just stumble across that name.
It literally just says, okay, yeah, they submitted their application.
It's like Bodie McBoatface. You don't name something
unless you're a troll.
Yeah, by what is it? Commune?
Yeah.
Or community? What the fuck?
I know.
By like whatever. Move on.
I know what you're. I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Committee.
You
don't name something by committee without knowing that they're just gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, of course not. It says the process of settling upon the name Santa Claus has been lost to legend. Oh, well,
God
fucking
damn it.
That
was the whole thing we were here for.
There are many different versions of the story, and there were other choices as well that the town did not settle upon, blah, blah, blah. The town's unique name went largely unnoticed for the next 30 years.
Well, yeah, they didn't have, like, fucking radio. Well, they had radios, but they didn't have, like, other shit.
Anything
How
else.
How else are you going to learn about a town of, like, 1,000 people in 1830s?
I'm
1930s.
so confused. The town's name also inspired Vincennes, Indiana entrepreneur Milt Harris to create Santa's Candy Castle, the first tourist attraction in Santa Claus, Indiana. Dedicated December 22nd, 1935, and sponsored by the Curtis Candy Company, the Red Brick Candy Castle is purported to be the first themed attraction in the United States.
Wow. Fuck yeah, Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's crazy. Another Santa Claus town attraction, Toy Village, features a series of miniatures, blah, 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 blah. His project caught the attention of a rival entrepreneur, Carl Barrett, the Chicago head of the Illinois Auto Club. Illinois Auto Club.
The plural.
Blah, blah, blah. On December 25th, he dedicated a 22-foot tall statue of Santa Claus.
What a bitch.
That was erected on the highest hill on the town. The statue
He just fucking lords over this town.
That's fucking
I am
crazy.
surveying all of my land.
Oh my God.
All 6 miles of it.
The statue was promoted as being solid granite, although it was subsequently revealed to be concrete when cracks formed years later.
What a bitch.
Years
Dude,
of lawsuits.
solid granite?
That's crazy. There's no fucking way.
How would you ever get people to believe that?
I don't know why they ever said that. That's so funny. Years of lawsuits were costly distractions. The lawsuits centered around land ownership, went all the way to the Indiana Supreme Court. National news media covered the ongoing story of too many Santas. Blah, 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 blah. On August 3rd, 1946, my birthday, not 1946, but August 3rd.
Nick is 70.
8?
84?
9. 6.
76. There we go.
Like the trombones
God,
in
you're
the big
old
parade.
as fuck.
I know.
Yeah.
Or like the gas station. On August 3rd, they opened Santa Claus Land, which is claimed to be the world's first theme park.
Wild.
Claimed. The park's name was changed to Holiday World in 1984. In 1993, it became Holiday World and Splash and Safari when a water park named Splash and Safari was added to the park.
I love that they were like, yeah, this whole thing, Santa Claus theme. But you know what we could use? A safari.
Africa.
Just very not on brand. That's so funny.
Hilarious.
You could have absolutely kept it with the same fucking like holiday theme. But no, they just completely threw caution to the wind.
Holiday World and Arctic Plunge or something.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
Absolutely. Put some penguins in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of water up there.
There's a lot
Come
of
on.
water. It is still owned and operated by the Koch family. It attracts more than 1 million visitors annually.
Like the Koch family that like owns all the news.
KOCH, maybe. I don't know. It could be. It's also just a very popular name.
True.
It's home to the Voyage, which has repeatedly been voted by coaster enthusiasts as the #1 wooden roller coaster in the world.
Dude, every wooden roller coaster I've ever gotten on is displaced like a disc in my spine.
Yeah,
I will never get on another one. I remember there was one in Cedar Point that's like all the way in the fucking back of the park.
Dude, I know what you're talking
and
about.
every time, I loved going on it as a kid because it was like an easy way to kind of like ease your way into the roller coasters. And I remember getting on it once with my dad, and my dad sitting there just like visibly in pain the whole time. And we get off, and he's like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, that really fucked up my back. And we were like, well, okay then. And every time I've gone on it since, I've got off with just like a weird amount of back pain.
I hate the roller coasters that have like the padding right here.
Oh yeah,
because
with like the pull down thing.
Yeah,
too.
and then they have this because you're gonna go like this. But like it fucks up my cartilage piercing so bad because it's like it hurts like a bitch, bro. Like slamming against that when you have metal in your ear.
Right, I would assume.
Hurts.
Yeah.
It's the worst. I hate that shit so much. Let's see. Last paragraph. More recently, the development of Christmas Lake Village as a gated community has more than doubled the population of Santa Claus.
Wow. I was like, a gated community in a town of 2,500.
Yeah, that seems
Fuck
so
you.
silly. A local development company purchased Santa's Candy Castle and other buildings that comprised Santa Claus Town and announced plans to restore and reopen them to the public, starting with Santa's Candy Castle on July 1st, 2006.
Hell yeah, they're pulling themselves out of the hole they dug themselves into.
The 40-ton, 22-foot concrete Santa Claus statue was restored in 2011. And in 2012,
40 tons
40
of
tons
concrete?
that's fucking crazy,
Holy
dude.
shit.
That's
And you
a
were
lot.
going to pass that shit off as granite? Fuck you, dude.
That's insane, dude. 80,000 pounds. That's nuts.
Oh my god.
That's so heavy, bro.
Oh, dude, if you drop that on a building, it would explode.
Oh my god, yeah, absolutely.
That's bigger than like most bombs. Holy shit, dude.
And in 2012, a local historic church and the town's original post office were moved to the site next to the large Santa Claus statue.
Wow. They really were just going fucking all in on this Santa Claus shit.
Really, notable people.
New age.
2 notable people from Santa Claus.
Okay.
Nolan.
That'd be so funny. just like the one guy that I know is like actually a notable person from it. He'll get there. He'll get there.
Jay Cutler, former NFL quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
That motherfucker's from Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, Indiana.
Okay,
and
all right.
someone named Arad McCutcheon, former college basketball coach for the University of Evansville.
Huh. I wonder if he's the namesake of the McCutcheon dorm in Purdue.
Could be. The town was featured in a Radio Shack national television commercial in 2008. In 2010, the town museum was involved in a Coca-Cola Christmas project called Santa's Forgotten Letters.
This is all so fucking tacky.
This is crazy. They're just like, we're going to lean into this so hard.
They were like, this is our identity.
Yeah.
This is who we are.
This is us. Every fucking December, they all get just like collective.
It's the
photos.
fucking, it's the like Whoville. They all like get out there and sing Fahu Dore.
Yeah. Fahu Dore.
That'd be horrifying.
Fucking terrifying.
If you like rolled into a town and
you
people
like
were
hold
actually
hands
doing that.
around the 22-foot Santa statue and it like comes alive.
It starts lighting up and then like starts moving and like talking to them. It's
And
like
then
some
they bring
Wicker
like
Man
one
shit.
newborn to like
It just eats. And that's like what sustains them.
Yeah.
It brings the harvest to the next year.
Oh my god.
It's very Wicker Man,
Yeah,
dude.
totally Wicker
Oh my
Man.
god.
That's hilarious. All right, let's see. In December 2011, the town was named one of the world's top Christmas destinations by Forbes.
How many Christmas destinations?
I could think of at least a million more that would be better, you know? Like, I don't know, Switzerland.
Yeah. Like
Seems
go to a
way
place
cool.
that like actually has snow.
Yeah, exactly. Southern Indiana, there's not going to be snow there.
Also, like, but what is like a Christmas destination?
That's true. Like, were you like going to go there for Christmas?
Is it because, is it like a place that you go to for your like Christmas vacation?
Right.
Or is it expressly a Christmas area? Because like what the fuck else is there?
No. Oh, right. Like, what makes it
The Rockefeller
qualified?
Center?
Right. Like, besides the fact that it's just called Santa Claus, what makes it like, okay, this is where you want to go to spend your holidays? What the fuck
do you do there? You go to the post office,
Right.
You go to the 40-ton concrete Santa that's probably gonna eat you.
It's gonna
and then
eat
you
you.
go to like the fucking red brick mansion that's made out of candy for some
Right.
fucking reason.
It's not like there's like, you know, what would seem there's not like big log cabins, like big resorts, big whatever. Like that's what I would think is like a Christmas destination, like a cozy little place you can stay with your family.
I would love to see another character like Jerry from Parks and Rec, but
Yeah.
they're super into Santa Claus.
Yes.
Like that's their whole thing.
I would love that.
Don't take that. I'm gonna use that for
Brian's
something.
using it for something.
I call copyright.
And the most recent.
Can you copyright a character? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you totally
could just
can.
trademark it.
Yeah, you could trademark
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. The most recent reference in popular culture, the town was featured on Christmas Day 2020 as part of HGTV's Holiday 2020 lineup.
Wow. Fuck yeah, HGTV. Just really sticking their neck out for the little guy. I like that.
See also Christmas Island, Australia. Okay, that's a popular one.
That feels like
Santa
cheating.
Claus, Arizona. Santa Claus, Georgia. Santa's Workshop, Colorado. North Pole, Alaska. North
Okay.
Pole, New York. Santa Claus, Finland. Noel, Missouri. Christmas, Michigan. And Christmas, Florida.
I would, out of all of those, I would rather go to Santa Claus, Arizona, because that's the
Yeah.
most like weird.
That sounds wild.
You're like chilling out there with like cactuses that
Yeah.
are decorated like
They
Christmas
got
trees.
little hats on them.
Yeah. Santa's just hanging out like a wife beater.
Santa
like, "How you doing?"
Claus, Florida. I mean, Santa Claus, Arizona. And Santa Claus, Georgia, though. What do they do there? They, like, have like decorate their peach trees like Christmas
Get
trees.
swastika tattoos.
Yeah, I guess so. Damn, what a good deep dive.
Yeah. I'm glad that y'all got to be there for that.
Yeah.
Because that was fun.
Yeah.
What a place, Santa Claus, Indiana.
I really want to. I guess we'll have to do it next week because I don't know if I can find them that quickly. But those letters that always make us cry to Santa, we gotta read 4 more of those.
Yeah. Oh, we do. God damn.
God, that shit is so depressing.
There's something about the innocence of a child not knowing their own mortality as they like write to a fictitious figure that just fucking gets me.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, man, they truly believe this shit. God.
Especially the ones that are like, I don't really want anything. I just want my dad to be better, or some shit like that. I'm like, oh my God.
Like, I just wish my mom could afford our home.
Yes,
like,
I know. It's like,
God damn.
Fuck, dude. You're using your Christmas wish for that. It hurts. It like pains
let me fucking Venmo you some money, kid.
Exactly.
Put your Cash App at the bottom. Come on.
That shit is. Yeah, we're gonna have a nice little cry next week.
Dude, that would actually be
last episode of the year.
That would be an incredible way for like a marketing thing of like having a kid like write something really like sad and then leave their Venmo at the bottom.
Dude, I know, right?
That's like every time I get on Twitter, which is very seldom nowadays, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Every time I get on it, like I see like people talking, like basically trying to like fundraise, like, hey, I'm in like a really tough time. Like, here's my Cash App. And I'm like, fuck.
I know.
And then like you read the thread and it's like everything that's happened to that individual and you're just like,
I know.
fuck.
It's fucking, I know, dude. It's tough. It is tough. You are reminded of how fortunate you are in those kinds of situations, especially around the holidays.
Absolutely.
But we'll get depressing next episode.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Yeah. We'll still keep it. We'll keep it light.
We'll keep it light. Yeah. I went to Vegas for one day on Friday. I went to Vegas.
Why for one day?
Came back.
Did you drive there and
drive
back?
Flew,
okay, I was just like, Jesus.
Flew back. Last minute decision. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to Vegas.
And what did you do in Vegas?
I went to a Cirque du Soleil show.
Which one?
It's a new one. It's called Mad Apple.
Oh,
which
shit.
I had not heard of because apparently it's new.
I went to like a circus one when I was there. It was very fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, it was just scary.
Ooh.
It was like a grown man dressed as a baby. There was like a big like centipede like puppet.
Ew. I don't like that.
It was cool as hell. Like watching the people do that shit. Like I'm like, damn, these people truly are fucking athletes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But
I'm
amazing. I don't want to do that one again.
Yeah.
But what is the Mad Apple? Mad Apple?
Mad Apple. It's like the whole set is like New York themed. It was like very different from any Cirque show that I've ever seen. Like there's still the acrobatics and stuff, but it was like they had like 2 stand-up comedians and like they do breaks and shit for like, so they do like these cool musical numbers and they had like all live musicians on stage, which was really sick. And they had like this guy playing like synths and he had like an Ableton huge screen set up that I could see. It was so sick. And they had people playing like live and shit. And they were doing like covers of like very New York-y songs.
And you walk up to that guy with the Ableton and you're like, hey, can you play Drunken Love?
Yeah, exactly. Hey man, sorry, it's my birthday, my boy's birthday. He was wondering if he could get a lap dance to Birthday Sex by Trey Songz.
Yeah, I've actually got a mix here on this USB. Could you just play this for me? Yeah. Just pop it in, hit play, let it go.
Yeah. Birthday Sex is by Jeremiah. Sorry, I said Trey Songz. I know it's Jeremiah. Anyway, so it was really cool. The music was really well done. Very like New York-y. Like they were cool mashups of like, I don't know. They had like New York State of Mind that they opened with.
Naturally.
Of course. It was very well done.
It's a great song.
Then they did all kinds of like, they went through like the eras of like, New York culture and history and stuff like that. All the while doing very cool acrobatics. And then they'd like break and do like a set change or whatever. But while they were doing that, it was like dark on stage. They had like a comedian up on stage and he was like hosting and telling. It was very well done. Like it didn't really.
Dude, all of those shows are always like just so like kind of seamlessly put together. Yeah, it really just works.
Yeah, I agree. It was fucking awesome, and the stage. God, the stage was so fucking cool. I mean, it's just like it's amazing. So then this one part of the show, this girl like she comes up from like this the stage that's like under the ground, and then it like pulls up, and she's just sitting there, right? And she's got this thing attached to her hair. It looked like a really long ponytail. And I'm looking closer. I'm like, is that a carabiner? Is that a carabiner on her hair?
Like the whole thing was a carabiner?
No, so like it was like she had like this long thing attached to her, but it looked like there was like a carabiner attaching that to her head. And I'm like, because she had like a little knot on the top of her head, and then a carabiner coming out of the knot, and then like a long like rope. And I was like, what?
Uh-oh.
And then she sits on the stage. She just sits there, right? Like, and all these dancers are doing things around her. and you see this thing get lowered, this big long rope. She attaches it to her hair, sits there, and it pulls her up by her hair. She's just like, I'm like, oh my God. And she's just like floating above everyone by her fucking hair, dude. By her hair. And then
she's gonna have no hairline in 6 years.
And then I'm like,
fuck.
Oh my God, is she just trying to stay as still as possible? Does it hurt or whatever? And
Probably.
then all of a sudden, she just starts swinging around. Like, she's like flying across this theater, attached to her hair, and just like, dude, it was fucking crazy.
Holy shit,
it was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's
it was nuts.
absolutely horrifying.
I don't know how do you practice shit like that,
dude? That was like the one that I went to. There was like these two gymnasts, and what they did was like one of them basically would just like be on like her hand balancing herself off of the head of the other one. So she's just standing there like this while like this other girl is like doing acrobatics on her fucking head, dude. And like you can see like her neck just like flared out, and she's just like doing this. And I was like, that is the strongest human being I've ever seen in my life. Is that tiny woman right there.
Bro, yeah, there was this part where they set up this structure in the middle. And the crazy thing is they're like breaking this all down and moving it. It's like, this seems, you're setting this down and people are doing crazy acrobatics on it, and then you pack it up 2 seconds later. It's not bolted to anything. It's just fucking sitting
That's
on
the
floor.
most like fucking like 4-H fair like carnival rides.
Exactly.
Like you're really expecting it to just like explode and like fling somebody off.
So there's these two performers, this like real strong looking dude, and then this lady, and he like straps himself in, kinda. He's not really strapped in. There's just like a belt that goes across that stops him from going forward and falling onto the stage, right? And then, you know, they like chalk up, and she's like, she grabs onto him, and he's like throwing her up in the air, and she's like flipping and like grabbing her and doing all these crazy things, right? And then their like last trick, all the while so many other things are going on stage, and then the last thing that they do, this dude puts on a blindfold, throws her up in the air, and then just like catches her 3 times in a row. It was fucking like, I was truly like so on edge that whole time. It was nuts.
Think about how much practice they put in to just be able to do that from muscle memory.
I know. Yeah. And like, again, how do you practice? I mean, there's mats under them, sure, but like that's fucking terrifying.
I think you just do it so many fucking times.
You fall, and you just stop being afraid of the falling, or you learn how to fall, and you prepare for the worst case scenario.
Stunt fall from like 60 feet.
Yeah, exactly. Just flying down.
Oh my God, dude.
It was crazy. There were these hecklers, because like there was the aspect of comedy. So then, why does that always invites hecklers, bro?
Yeah.
No matter what.
Of course.
It's fucking crazy. Like, you're not at an open, even at an open mic, it's not cool, but like it's more common at an open mic. But like you're at a fucking, like, you're in a Vegas theater, like, and there's these people like just like so
you've
drunk.
paid a good amount of money to like be here to watch this cool shit.
And this guy, you know, the comedian kind of ignored it for the most part, and then they just wouldn't stop, and it was like really, everyone was fucking pissed. So like finally they got him kicked out, but like there were these like 2 real drunk cowboys. The rodeo was also in town, and the guy was telling.
That's usually something you say like as a joke.
Yeah, no,
where you're just like, the rodeo's in town. But like,
yeah.
no, it was literally the rodeo was in town.
Dude, like 50% of the people in Vegas that like a couple days ago were cowboys. Like they had their hats and their whatever. And their
Listen,
boots.
that is the clientele that goes to Vegas, though.
Yes.
You're
Totally.
either going to Vegas for a reason, like for a convention or something like that, or you're there because something else is in town.
It's there and brought you there.
And it's just like always like upper middle class, like kind of like classless white people that are just there just causing a ruckus.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because this is their one time they get to blow off steam.
Yep, exactly. And so this guy was kind of getting into like the territory of like jokes that would probably offend people that are big Trump supporters, right? So he's like, you know, he's telling some pretty left-leaning jokes. They're funny. And I think they would have appeal to anyone who wasn't like a fucking like, you know, Republican snowflake.
I was just like, listen, man, you got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Come on, right?
Come
exactly.
on.
It wasn't like, you know, they weren't like offensive, but it's just like, yeah, he's clearly poking fun at the right. Like, it's so easy to do. So, you know, he starts telling these jokes, whatever, and then he's just like, I can tell those jokes because the people who would find offense at them are at the rodeo right now or whatever. So, like, you know, it was funny. And then these guys are like, fuck you, whatever. And he's like, what? And then he starts kind of, you know, razzing them a little bit, and then truly like. They got like pissed that they got like out of their seats, and like so security had to like come and like escort them.
What are you gonna do, man?
Right? It's like a fucking huge stage. You're probably, I mean, even if you're in the front row, you're like as far away as I am to the wall.
Yeah.
So like
You're standing up for your principles, brother. You're gonna get tackled to the ground and humiliated for what?
From New York.
Because some dude made fun of you for drinking hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
What? Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Just sit down and shut up.
It was really funny because at the beginning of the show, as like people are walking in and stuff, there's like a host and he's like doing stuff with people on stage, and he like calls for like audience participation, and this one thing that he did was like swallow swords and then like have someone from the audience come and like pull it out of his throat. It was fucking crazy,
dude.
Holy shit. It was truly insane. And then but this lady comes up who was like very clearly like the wife of one of the rodeo dudes. Like she had like like cowgirl boots and whatever, a
swastika tattoo.
Yeah, she might as well have had one. And so he's like kind of like joking with her or whatever, and she's like not really about it, right. And so like she does this, she pulls the sword out of it. I'm surprised that he let her like pull the sword out because she was like not feeling this guy. And then he's like, all right, everyone, let's give it up for Princess Ivermectin or whatever. Like, it was fucking hilarious. And she just like stormed off the stage, bro. Like, it was crazy.
Good. Fuck them. Yeah. That's so funny.
Give it up for Princess Ivermectin.
What do you think is going to happen? The moment you see that is the vibe of this location, you're like, all right, I gotta just accept I'm going to be made fun of regardless. Clearly. Like, who gives a shit?
You're going to be made fun of if you get brought up on stage with a comedian anyway. Yeah. No matter what, they're going to find something to make fun of you about.
That is the goal.
Yeah. God, it was fucking... I mean, everyone was fucking loving it. And then there was this one part I'm just now remembering. So it was a lot of like really kind of older stuck-up people in the crowd. Like, I guess it was just like...
Because they're like, oh, it's Cirque du Soleil. I'm going to go see a French show.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like very not that. That was not the vibe of the show. And I think it was 18 plus or maybe 16 plus or something. You had to be, whatever. There was like an age limit or restriction on the show. And so this guy at one point, the comedian, he's like, all right, so I'm going to do something. I'm going to have one of the audience members announce the next act or whatever. So he's like, he finds some guy, like old white dude with a cowboy hat. Naturally. And he's like, can I sit on your lap?
You.
And he's like this like very flamboyantly gay like host, right? And he's like, can I sit on your lap, sir? And the guy was like he didn't know what the fuck to do, right? He's like, oh my God. Like, I feel like he picked like the most staunch looking dude in there,
This guy was like, I'm looking for somebody to make very uncomfortable.
Yes, exactly. And so he's like,
I respect that.
So the spotlight's on him, the camera's on him, and he's like, so he just sits down in his lap, right? And he's like, all right, sir, I'm going to need you to like read this card right here and announce the next act. And on the card, it said like, it didn't say the next act. It just said like, okay, I'm going to announce the next act, but first I have to say that like, Harrison, I'm deeply in love with you, right? Like, that's what the card said. Like, it said all this stuff, and so he's like, okay, like, I'm very flattered, but like, read the card, announce the next act. But like, the guy started reading it and he's like, I'm not going to say that. He's like, no, come on, say
dude.
It. And he's like, I want to say that. He's like, I'm not going to say, Harrison, I am in love with you. I'm not saying the card says it. I'm not saying that. I'm like, dude, we fucking like, come on. We know
that's the bit.
That's the whole bit.
Move on.
And Harrison's like, oh my God, like keep going. Like read the card, announce the next act. And he's like, I want to put. I'm not gonna read that. And he's like, come on, sir, read the card. I just announced the next act. I want to put a baby in you. I can't say it's the card. It's the card. I'm like, everyone knows. We fucking know. It was like he's like very clearly like, no, I'm not gay. I'm not gay type of thing.
It's like, dude, if you have to like really kind of beat around that, like, come on.
It was fucking. Oh my God. It was. But you could tell this comedian was loving how uncomfortable this guy was. Like he was so fucking uncomfortable.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It was great.
He set out to accomplish a goal and he passed with flying colors.
He did it. Yeah. It was fucking incredible. Funny as hell.
Damn, dude. I love that you just on a last minute whim flew to Las Vegas to see a Cirque du Soleil show.
I did, man. It was great. It was wonderful. The tickets were cheap. And then my mom was like, hey, put $25 on black for me. And I was like, all right. So after the show, I put $25 on black. I win $50. I'm like, great, cashing out, leaving Vegas on a high.
Yeah, dude.
And then at the airport, I'm like, hey, mom, just got to the airport, whatever. She's like, what are you gonna do with that cash? You don't use cash. I'm like, yeah, you're right. She's like, go put it in a slot machine. I'm like, right now on the phone? Yeah, do put it in a slot machine. So like, fucking whatever. So I'm like, okay.
Dude, your mom is like the most professional fun haver.
I know.
Oh my God, dude.
Truly, I'm like, okay. So she's like, find like an expensive slot, like $1 slot, not like a penny slot, so you can just bet
be a man.
Lot of it.
Come
she's
on.
Like, yeah, bet a lot of it. I was like, okay. So I put it in. She's like, hit max bet. I'm like,
Dude, yes.
I hit max bet. Hit a mini jackpot.
Oh my god, dude.
I win $40. So I'm up $90, or I'm up, $65 total.
Your mom's like hacking into something somewhere. Just like, don't worry, I got this. I'll make you win.
I'm like, I'm gonna cash out. She's like, really? While the machine's still hot? I'm like, Mom, I think I have $100 right now in my pocket. All right,
dude, can we go to Vegas with your mom?
Dude, we should.
That sounds like so much fun.
We really should. I'm like, I'm cashing out. Like, I have $90 in my pocket. Like, she's like, what are you gonna use the $90 for? I'm like, she's like, it's cash. You don't really, what are you gonna do? Like,
it's 2022. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
No one uses cash.
No one uses cash. She's just like, go put it in another machine. I was like, Mom. She's like, come on, do it.
She's such a bad influence.
I go and put it in a machine. She's like, hit max bet. Hit max bet. I'm like, I've lost $20 on that spin. She's like, okay, so you're down to 70. She's like, hit it again. I'm like, Mom, hit it again.
Your mom has a problem.
I hit max bet. I lose $90 in a matter of 2 minutes. I was like, Mom, it's all gone. She's like, but you tried.
Yeah, but you tried. Dude,
like 2 minutes ago I had $90.
She gets it though. Yeah. Here's the thing that I appreciate about that is like she knew when to stop, and that was when you were out of money.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly.
I love that.
I know. It was really fun.
Dude, we should have your mom on the pod.
We should, bro.
That'd be so much fun.
They're gonna be here, bro. Well, I don't know what you're gonna be gone for. You're gonna be gone until like the 30th or 31st, right?
We leave the 23rd, and I think we come back the 29th.
Oh, we'll be here the 29th. We'll see if we can at least meet up or something like that. Yeah, dude, that'd be so funny to have her on the pod. Oh my god.
Just to get the backstory.
I know, right? I know. That'd be great. Hell yeah, that's so funny.
We'll figure that out.
I'm feeling 55.
Whoa! We crushed it!
Dude, I love whenever I'm like...
I love how like stoked we get about like just... meeting a goal. A very normal goal.
I know, like this is how long podcasts are. But it's just like, we talk until we're like, okay, this feels like, I feel like we've hit an hour. And it's a fucking hour on the dot, bro. That is podcastery.
God,
folks.
dude, we are so professional. We are very professional podcasters.
We're the most professional podcasters in this entire
city.
You've
never seen anything quite like this.
That's a fact. 2 white dudes at a table, 2 mics.
There's a little bit more than just white going on.
There's a little bit more than white. 1.5 white dudes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Don't discredit yourself.
You're right. I won't discredit myself. I'm so sorry.
Be proud of that.
I'm proud. I'm half white and I'm proud.
Oh my god.
Catch me at the rodeo.
I'm racially ambiguous.
Yeah. Anyways, Vegas was fun.
Fuck yeah, dude. We learned a lot about Santa Claus, Indiana today.
Learned a lot about that.
Had an acceptable burrito.
Yeah.
Very mid. Again, all it needs, a little more salt.
That's
it, man.
A little more crisp, a little more texture, and you're
fucking panini press that shit. Ooh. Just throw it on a stove for a little bit. Let it go. Seal it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, that burrito would be instant 8.
Baseline
at least
8. Baseline 8. Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. Anyways, y'all. I have my court case on Wednesday.
Oh,
finally.
Oh,
yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about a court case, which will probably get thrown out because we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be like, well, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah.
So get out of here.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna be sad because we're gonna read really sad Christmas letters. Yeah. God, what a Sunday that'll be.
It's gonna be great.
Going out on a high note.
Yeah, man. Holy shit.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I have a fucking airtight fucking fuck you to the.
You're gonna wake up Wednesday morning. You're gonna look at yourself in the mirror and just hype yourself up.
Dude.
You're gonna do a fucking taxi driver thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, minus the murder.
But just the other stuff.
Yeah. You're gonna shave a mohawk into your head.
I'll snort a line of toothpaste or something.
Yeah. You're gonna talk to Martin Scorsese about what the scene's about.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm on speed dial.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So I'm.
People still use speed dial? Is that a thing?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing.
Right. There's no buttons on phones anymore.
No.
What's the point?
I know.
You just search the name and tap it.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Is that an obsolete phrase now?
I guess it is. Speed dial. No one does that anymore. That's not a thing.
It's like when you talk about a Rolodex. It's still a colloquial term that people understand, but nobody
searching
actually
through my books.
uses it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Speed dial. That's crazy. I guess I never really. You're right. That doesn't exist.
Let us know in the comments below any of these outdated colloquialisms that people still use that might not be understood by someone in, say, Gen Z or something like that. Let us know. I'm curious to see how many there are.
I am too. All right, y'all. Well, we love you guys very much, and we will see you all next time.
Middle of the day, middle of the week. Peace. love making the popping sound with my mouth.